Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nikki Kabaso. I just want to do a short recording. And on the 7th of June this year, we woke up with a headline. I think it was on in the Diggers, one of the papers. The headline was "Keep quiet if you have nothing to say." Lungu tells HH. It's shocking to see how the head of state, the former head of state, is really coming out. I personally still believe that President Lungu never expected President Hakainde Hichilema to win and become president of Zambia. And I think you can see from the statements the former head of state is making that there's a bit of bitterness in it. Because even when he addresses and tries to correct President Hakainde Hichilema, he's not talking about any policy, anything that he could have done better. It is all character assassination. He says, keep quiet if you have nothing to say. Edgar Lungu tells HH. He was saying that he was very disappointed in the fact that President Hakainde Hichilema, when he noticed that there are people that have risen trying to make tribal remarks and divide Zambia, they have enacted a law to prevent those people from continuing. Then the question I have is that how can you be disappointed if someone tries to stop tribalism and anything to do with dividing Zambia? Would it be right if I said that he might have been disappointed because he was hoping that the tribalist remarks that people were making, mostly from his camp, would be used as a way to divide Zambia and bring confusion so he can reign through confusion? Because we all know that with order, with everything going in order, a patriotic front does not thrive very well. We all know, if you look at the past, we all agree that patriotic front thrives very well when there is division and confusion. And that's why President Lungu was disappointed and said he was very, very disappointed because President Hakainde Hichilema and the government is enacting a law to try and prevent tribalism and the divisive statements that were coming from, mostly from his people. So, I expected that when the president and the government enacts a law like that, as a former head of state, President Lungu should have supported that. But he can't support it because you know what? That is what he was hoping to use to divide the country. One of the things that he said is that President Hakainde Hichilema must apologize to the Zambian people for the economy, the way the economy is gone. And then he's also said that President Hakainde Hichilema must apologize to the Zambian people because of the way some people, the cadres, are behaving. Surprising enough. Would you believe that that was coming from the former head of state? Okay, quite all right. Let's say, let the president apologize for the way the economy is. And the president is always open to say they're working towards to improve certain things. He hasn't said everything is perfect. He's always openly said they're working towards improving certain things in Zambia. Okay. Now, we give him that. If he says, okay, let the president apologize. But when he comes back and says the president must apologize for the way the cadres are behaving and all sorts of things, did he ever apologize as a former head of state, even when he was a head of state, for the people that were killed? The president comes out in the open and even states clearly that anybody that goes out in the public and starts to do things against, maybe intimidate people, throws stones and misbehaves, they're on their own. This president comes out and say, if you do anything like that, I will not support you. The former head of state, when he was head of state, if you go out and throw stones, you'll find yourself to become a minister. We know people that become provincial ministers, not because of anything in their portfolio, not because of anything they did better, but because they went and harassed people. We know somebody who became a provincial minister by harassing former Mr. Kachingwa, Major Kachingwa. Okay? That was in the olden days, that was a portfolio that can make you rise and become very famous. But this president has come out in the open. If you behave like that, you will be arrested. So for President Lungu to say President Hakainde Hichilema must apologize to the nation for the way cadres are behaving and all sorts of things, he must also go out in the open. For one, to go and apologize for two things. First, apologize for the people and the lives of people, for the lives of the people that were lost during his time, for the way cadres harassed people. The second thing, President Lungu must go out in the open and apologize for being one of the most corrupt head of states. We all know that President Lungu was not the way he is today. He was not as rich as he is. And he knows quite all right that he became rich and even his family through corrupt means. So if he's saying that the president must go and apologize for the way the economy has become bad, the way the cadres are behaving, he must also go out in the open and apologize for being corrupt. He is the one president that, in fact, promoted stealing. You remember there was a place where he was addressing people, and he openly said, "Ubomba muibala, ade muibala." He was encouraging people to steal. So it is sad to see the way the former head of state is coming up. It is sad to see the statements that are coming from him, and the statements that are coming from him are quite disappointing. Today I read something from the paper. It says, HH is a liar. He cannot arrest me. I believe this is what is going on. I believe President Lungu, somebody told me that they suspect there are people that the former head of state is paid, that in an event where he gets arrested, those people must protest and do all sorts of things and cause confusion. That is why he's constantly provoking and asking to be arrested. Because it is one way he can cause anarchy and confusion in the country. But thank God, we have a sober-minded president who does not react to what people say. He's more focused on what he can do to improve the lives of the people. So no matter how he presses, no matter what words he uses to try and provoke the president is not reacting to that. That's why I think he feels very disappointed, because it would work better if they arrested him. Because the people that the groups he has formed and the people that he has created that once he's arrested for doing something wrong, starts to protest and cause confusion, are ready to do anything. It's very disappointing to see the way the former head of state is really coming out. You see, President Lungu must accept that everyone has got his own time. He was president, his time is over. Whether he can run again, we will know later. But I think he must accept that. The quicker he accepts that he was president and his time is over, the better it will be. Because you literally see everything that President Lungu is talking about. There's a lot of bitterness. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of things that are shocking. You know, we just want to say we're not in. I've said this before. I'm not attacking him as a person. I'm not here to insult him as a person. No, but the method of politics that President Lungu is using is quite disappointing. It's very, very disappointing. It's very disappointing, and we hope and pray that President Lungu will come to himself and accept that he's lost elections. You know, sometimes we are seeing a behavior as if, you know, if you've been in young people in high school that starts to misbehave to just attract attention, that's all he's doing. Every church, okay, go to a church, go and pray. Go and greet people. Go and just encourage people. But every church you go to, the message that you go in is HH is a liar. Every church you go to is divisive methods. Every church, why can't you just go in a place and just talk about, okay, tell the people what you want to come and do when you come back. What is your plan? I wish and pray that he would go even live on TV, tell people what is his plan, what does he want to do, what is it that he thinks he can do better that he didn't do before. Then we move from there. Don't just go from every place he goes to is either talking about HH being a liar, HH being this, he can't arrest me because he's a liar. It does not help. It does not help. And we just want to say, we want to, in fact, somebody said, President Lungu said he never addressed the nation because when he had nothing to say. But one of my friends said something which was funny. He said President Lungu never addressed the nation because 90% of his time in office, he was drunk. So he tried to avoid to address the nation. And I thought that was just a joke. I had one of the lawyers, Sangwa, who said that when he was with President Lungu on a case regarding, I think, about something to do with the former President Chiluba, that he used to come in the court smelling alcohol. Then I thought, okay, this makes sense when my friend said that President Lungu never addressed the nation because most of the time he was drunk. That's why he gets offended when he sees President Hakainde Hichilema in a sober state of mind, addressing the nation, telling us where we are going. There is no nation in the world that comes out of problems without facing challenges. I know we are facing challenges. I know we are facing things that sometimes we may feel as if there's no hope. But truly, I also believe that with time, we are heading the right direction. We just pray that our leaders, former head of state, even those that were in the government before, may just come up with ideas. Let's be constructive in discussion. Let's address issues. I've always said that if you take out character assassination, there's nothing else Patriotic Front or its members will discuss. Their politics is all about character assassination. It's about character assassination. You know, it's sad. I was listening to a parliament debate last week, and I think it's Shoangandu, member of parliament, Stephen Kampyongo, Honorable Stephen Kampyongo, was addressing the Minister of Agriculture at Abeni Bansala. It's so sad because we expect them to come up with solutions. We expect them to debate issues. We expect them to come up with what can we do to better, not to be attacking each other on character, on calling each other names. But that is what Patriotic Front is known for. If you take out character assassination, if you take out name calling, if you take out violence, Patriotic Front dies. The oxygen of Patriotic Front is name-calling, character assassination, and violence. That's why we will not be surprised if President Lungu constantly continues to use provocative language to try and provoke the president, because it is a party birthed in violence. It is a party birthed in character assassination. It is not a party where people sit down and discuss issues. No, it's all about violence. It's all about cadreism. It's all about the negative things that divide. That's why they are very disappointed that this government is fighting tribalism, because they were hoping they can build on those tribal remarks and move forward as a party. We just want to say, I think, as a nation, let's focus on things that develop us. Let's focus on things that encourage us. Let's focus on things that makes us better as Zambians. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.